What's up guys, welcome back to this video. Justin Colby here, and on this video I'm going to review YouTube icon Graham Stephan, his video why you should not be buying a house right now. To see if he's correct or incorrect, I want you to make your own decision. What's up guys, Justin Colby here, and welcome back to another video. I do all things business, real estate, and entrepreneurship. And on this, I'm actually going to be talking about a video a YouTube icon, Mr. Graham Stephan, and borderline real estate genius is going over in his video why you should not be buying a house. And I want to make sure that he is giving proper advice, and I actually want to get your feedback. Do you believe now is the right time to buy a house or not? And by the way, this video isn't only about right now, it's also just the concept of buying a house. The first thing that Graham goes over is one of the things that I genuinely believe people are misunderstanding the importance of, and it's called opportunity cost. The down payment of your home typically is anywhere from 5% to 25% depending upon what kind of loan you're actually getting, and that money, depending upon the price point of your home, is it better to be in the home as your down payment, or are you missing out on opportunity cost, putting that money in other investments that can give you a better return? Now, one thing that most people, especially my accountant, will come to me with is you're not buying a home as an investment, you're buying a home for a stable payment every single month and tax write-offs. I understand that part, but when I look at the type of home that I have and I want, that type of home creates a pretty massive down payment. And I start to lean towards Mr. Grant Cardone, where he rents a very expensive, very nice high-end condominium in Miami rather than owning his own home, because he knows his money is better utilized in apartment buildings. Now, Graham goes over this in depth, and you'll take a look at it right here.
And listen, I'm not trying to dissuade you from buying real estate, because in the right circumstances, long term, owning real estate could be one of the best choices you make and could end up making you a lot of money. But this is meant to get you thinking about why you're buying a property in the first place, and to really make sure you understand the numbers behind it to make sure it actually makes sense. If you're buying a home for yourself to live in personally, just make sure you run the numbers to confirm that owning a home is going to be cheaper than renting. And also make sure you have a safety net to pay for anything that might eventually break.
In my opinion, he's absolutely right. For those that are just buying a home because they can afford the down payment, or even part number two here, they can afford the mortgage payment, I don't actually really believe you're making the right decision just because you have enough money to pay into the home for the down payment. The reality is you need to think about where that money could be placed to give you a better return and potentially just rent a property that you genuinely want to be in. Now, why I say that, let me disclose why my opinion is that way, is because not just my accountant's opinion of tax write-offs and having a stable monthly mortgage payment, but if I can not only put my money into other opportunities to increase my income and increase my money, but also counteract the tax write-off. Listen, I'm happy to pay taxes if I'm making more and more money, right? So I need to be able to do the math and understand, is that $200,000 that's gonna go into this down payment gonna be worth it if I'm only gonna be keeping this home 4 or 5 years? I'm not sure, but I will tell you, you should be doing your math. One part of Graham's video that he goes in depth about is about also, if you're looking to buy a home and you may only live in it for a couple years, you're really not gonna break even with all the other costs that go into buying and selling a home. Now, we're not just talking about the cost of the down payment, we're talking about commissions, we're talking about transfer fees, closing costs, you name it. Anytime someone sells a home, you can essentially give 7 to 10% of that number out to costs. And if you're doing that, and let's just say you're selling $1 million home, that, let's just say 10% is $100,000. Did you actually make the right financial decision knowing at the end you're giving away $100,000 in costs, and along the way you've had other costs along besides just your mortgage payment. Now, talking about mortgage payment, let's go into that because that's the point number 2 that Graham brings up. I'm a big fan of Graham, let me be clear. Not only because I think he's actually brilliant and he's a great businessman, but he's actually very right here. And quite honestly, in most videos, that's why I'm his fan. So Graham's link is right down below. You need to start watching Graham. Now, with that being said, I will tell you, most people are buying homes incorrectly in my opinion, and Graham agrees. Graham is bringing up the points of not just your mortgage payment, but taxes, repairs, maintenance, if you may have an HOA. All of those costs need to be accounted for. Too often people go online, they Google mortgage calculator, they put in the purchase price of the home, they put in the interest rate, they put in the length, and they say, oh, I can afford $2,000 a month. They're forgetting about just normal maintenance. I'm not talking repairs like redoing, having to buy a new AC or getting a new roof. I'm talking just normal maintenance to the house. They don't adjust for that, or they don't save enough money to have every month to put into just strictly normal maintenance, like maybe hiring someone to mow your lawn. Now you have repairs. Depending upon the condition of your home and location, you may have bigger repairs or more repairs than you actually know and or are even thinking about. This is why, as a real estate investor, I highly suggest anyone buying a home for themselves and or if you're buying it for a rental property, make sure you're getting a plumbing inspection, a roof inspection, electrical inspection. In fact, just get an inspection so you understand how long you have for an air conditioning, how long does your roof have, how long does your pool and the pool motor have. All of that is really important so you know whether this needs to be replaced in 2 years. Well, if you didn't know that and you need to come out and buy a brand new air conditioning unit, you're out 5, 6, 7 grand. That's a cost that you're not taking into account of. And if you're just doing and buying homes because you can afford the mortgage payment, in my opinion, and I know Graham agrees based around his video, you absolutely are doing it for the wrong reasons. You're ultimately gonna end up just like the other 44% of adults who were surveyed regret buying their personal home. Between these two things, Graham and I agree, it is not right for you to buy a home if you are not thinking about the cost above and beyond just your mortgage payment. If you're only thinking I can afford my mortgage payment, you are not doing that accurately, you're not doing the right math, because again, you have taxes, you have repairs, you have insurance, you have maintenance and other costs, especially if you have an HOA, that you're not accounting for, and you're really gonna come up short on money. Also, the opportunity cost. I actually take much more of a Grant Cardone philosophy here, where I know my money invested in the investments I make can make a whole lot more money than putting $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 into a down payment for the type of home that I live in and I want, that it doesn't make any sense. I'd rather be utilizing that money to make me more money, such as buying rentals. Now, this video isn't about when to buy rentals or how to buy rentals, but the ideas and concepts are absolutely the same. If you're buying a home that you can keep for your portfolio, you need to know the math. When you buy, you're not just buying with the down payment and what rent in the mortgage payment is. You also have to understand what the taxes are, the insurance, repairs, maintenance, etc., property management. You need to know all of that math to make sure that it is a right investment for you. So to wrap it up, guys, I agree with Graham. If you are not doing this mathematically, if it's not just out on a spreadsheet of all of your costs going in, going out, and if you are not thinking through the opportunity cost that that investment into the down payment is going to give, then I would tell you it is not right for you to buy a home. I hope you enjoyed this. By the way, if you like this, smash the like button. You should have been doing that all along. Go watch all my other videos. Smash those like buttons too. Make sure you subscribe. And by the way, if you're not listening to the Science of Flipping podcast, get over to the scienceofflipping.com. There are a ton of great resources, especially if you're into real estate investing. Make sure you apply to talk to me or one of my team members about how we can help you level up your game. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.